Welcome to week 11, everyone. Here's our overview, and this one's going to be fairly short because I think I can sum up the content fairly briefly this time. The tail end of chapter 25 really just indicates that conventional political leadership during the Great Depression really wasn't going to cut it. Despite the fact that Upton Sinclair lost, the fact that he was able to get the nomination of a major party at all, I think, is pretty telling. So just look again at that. I alluded to this in last week's overview. In chapter 26, the book is talking about a connection between the conditions of California life and cultural developments. And in particular, I want you to look at the discussion of John Steinbeck because he's probably the best chronicler of the Great Depression in California that there is. Books like The Grapes of Wrath and In Dubious Battle are probably the best at describing what life was like during the Depression in California. If you read those, great. If you haven't, maybe if you have some extra time, you might want to look at them. So it's good to get a literary viewpoint if you're interested in that. Chapter 27, mostly what I'm concerned with there is the relocation of the Japanese Americans. Certainly it's not the first time that we've seen an animus against one particular ethnic group in California's history. You have to realize the long tradition in California history of anti-Asian mindset against the Chinese, against the Filipinos, and now against the Japanese. Later on it will be the Vietnamese that will see that. Look at the social impacts, the economic impacts, the psychological impacts on the people who were put in the internment camps. That's important, and it's alluded to a lot. I think the phrase that's used is incalculable consequences, and they really are incalculable. So I'd like you to take a look at that. And then also, there are at least 3 court cases, Korematsu versus United States, Inri Kobe, and I think Inri Hirabayashi. These are actions by the Supreme Court during World War II, and the most important of them is the Korematsu case, which essentially said the United States had every right to lock up people of a certain ethnicity because it was a wartime measure, and the end sort of justified the means. The sad part of that is that Korematsu has never been reversed by the Supreme Court. Although Fred Korematsu's conviction has been struck down, the court's never reversed itself, meaning we could conceivably have to go through this again at some point. Okay, happy reading. I'll see you soon.